Welcome survivors, the Arc 2 hype train is well on track, I pun you not. I've been doing a little bit of extra digging around today on the big World Wide Web and I found something that could point towards the official websites for Arc 2 and the animated series. Survivors, please do me a huge favour, like, subscribe and share this around with your tribe mates. Let's keep the Arc 2 hype alight. So I did a little research and I based this on what already exists for Arc 1, and I started off with the official website playarc.com, which we all know is where Ark Survival Evolved is promoted. Based on this, I found that the web domain playarc2.com was registered on the 4th of November 2020. This was 1 month prior to Arc 2 being announced in December 2020. Now you might think, yeah, it would make sense for playarc2.com to be the official website for Arc 2. So no amazing find there, and I'm right with you. Now, without going too much into the technical specifics, if you look at this domain and check the registrant data behind it, you'll find it's all privacy protected, which is very common these days for websites. I was pretty confident that this was registered by Studio Wildcard because playarc.com and playarc2.com really makes sense together. Now, none of this is private information that I'm showing you right now. This data is all public information that can be researched and found on the internet if you know what you're doing and what you're looking for. So for playarc2.com, I noted all of the details, including the registrar, the IP address it's currently parked at, and the registrant details that are privacy protected. Now, comparing this to playarc.com and survivetheark.com, the domain uses the same privacy protection. Now, there's nothing about that 100% confirms that it's related, because a lot of domains will use the same company to protect their private information. But having the exact same privacy protection as playarc.com and survivetheark.com does raise the likelihood. So after this, I did some further digging, which is where I found the domain arcpixel.com. Now this is where it gets more interesting. arcpixel.com was registered on the same day as playarc2.com. Again, a month prior to the animated series being announced in December 2020, but on the same day as playarc2.com. arcpixel.com is also parked at the same IP address as playarc2.com. It used the same registrar and the same privacy protection. I know I said this is public information, so there's no need for me to obscure the IP address, but there's also no point in me showing it to you. So if you want to see it for yourself, you'll need to do the research. Now, coincidences do exist in the world, but having arcpixel.com registered on the same day as playarc2.com and sharing the same parked IP address and everything else, for me personally, is way too much of a coincidence. Now, I must add here, there is nothing there that points directly to Studio Wildcard. However, if you look at playarc.com and survivetheark.com, you'll also find there is nothing there that points directly to Studio Wildcard. It's all privacy protected. There was a little spanner thrown in when I found tvarc.com, which also was registered on the same day as the other two. However, this domain expired 1 year later and didn't share anything in common besides the day it was registered. So you can see how there can be coincidences if tvarc.com was unrelated. It's possible they may have decided not to go with it. So this may not be groundbreaking Arc 2 and the animated series news, but I am very confident these are two websites that you should keep an eye out for as the official websites for Arc 2 and the animated series, which will more than likely go live when both titles drop. I hope you found this news interesting. We'll see later how spot on I was. As I said, it's not groundbreaking news, but it's still relevant to Arc 2 and the animated show. Survivors, the support you've all shown me recently has been mind-blowing and I can't thank you enough. And I said it before, but Raz Clark and the Arc 2 News Twitter account I owe a massive thank you to. These are exciting times for Arc. Survivors, please like and subscribe to keep up to date with any further hidden Arc 2 finds and share this with your tribe mates. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.